Welcome to a super short yoga class that's just about moving, because sometimes we just need to move and then we can breathe afterwards if we want. So make your way onto the top of your mat. Get yourself grounded firmly on the floor. Bring your hands down, and as you inhale, you bring your arms up overhead. And then soften, exhaling as you move into your forward fold. Now your legs might be really, really stiff, so just bend your knees as much as you need. Bring one leg back, that might be the right. I'm on my fingertips here, letting the hip go low, opening up, might even bring the leg down. Step it to the top again, small steps or one big step, whatever works for you. Fold forward. And again, rise up, high mountain, arms up overhead. And again, forward fold. Opposite leg might be left. Heel off, soften down. And again, left leg to the front, fold forward. Rise up, putting a little bit more into it. Again, fold forward. Right leg, step it back. Bring the right knee down. Look to the front as you move your hips slightly to the front and down. Then walk your hands back, stretching the front leg, folding over it. Then stepping again, or putting the front leg to the front, back knee off, step the front foot back, find your plank. Noticing if your legs need a little bit of movement, stay in a plank to create some heat in the body. Downward facing dog. You might choose to sigh out. Straight spine, knees bended as much as you want to. And then walk your feet to the top end of the mat, fold forward. Again, reach up. You can inhale as you come up. Exhaling, folding forward. Left leg to the back of the mat. Left knee down. Framing the front foot with both hands. And then runner's stretch. Move your hip back. And then plank. Both hands firmly on the floor. Pushing in, shoulders away from the ears, pushing into the floor without rounding the spine too much, so kind of a flat tension. And then your downward facing dog. Let's move into plank. And again from plank, bend your knees, let them hover over the floor. Maybe just notice where the floor is with your patella there, and then lift back into downward facing dog. Let's do that 2 more times. You might inhale coming into plank. Exhaling, getting those knees to hover over the floor. It doesn't have to be tabletop. Inhaling, stretching the leg, finding plank. Exhaling, down dog. Let's do that 1 more time. Plank. Knee hovering, exhaling. Inhaling, plank. Downward facing dog, exhale. Now one way or the other, you're going to take your right leg to the top of the mat. Turn the back foot around. Warrior 2. And you might do a little bit of a dancing warrior here to kind of opening up a little bit, depending on the condition of your hip. If you're doing this after a long day of sitting, your hip, your thighs might be really tight. So they have to ease into all the postures. Now bring your hands up over your head, stretch the front leg, and then navel in as you slowly lean back, away from the front foot. Coming back. As you take your arms out, align it with the floor, bend the front knee again, making sure that it follows the middle toe. Doing this with our breath. So inhale, extend the front leg, arms up. Exhale, slightly lean back. Keep everything aligned with the heels. Inhale up, bending the front knee. Exhale, arms out. 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Lean in back, exhale. Inhaling to the front. Then slowly bending the front leg. Last time. All right, bring your hands down. Wide-legged forward fold. So I would choose to bring my toes slightly in, top of the head down. Maybe put a little bit of weight on the front of the foot. And then we're going to do that small sequence with Warrior 2, turning the other side on the mat. Now, if you can't remember the sequence, just step your left leg to the front of the mat. But if you don't have to look at the screen, just turn to the back and finding Warrior 2 on the other end of the mat. Grounding your feet down. Reach your arms up, extend the front leg. Notice if your shoulders tend to drop to the front. If they do, pivot and align them with the heels. Shoulders down as you lean slowly back to the front. Arms out. Bend the knees. 3 more times. Inhale. Go slow. Exhale, go back. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhale up. Core in as you lean back. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Last time, reach. Lean back, exhale. Inhale up. And Warrior 2. And then bring your hands on the inside of the foot. Again, walk through your wide-legged forward fold and then to the top of the mat where you probably were at the beginning of this class. Step back, down dog. Bring the shoulders away from the ears. Gonna lift up the right leg, open up the hips so you bend the right knee. Tuck the heel towards the buttocks and then lift up right knee as much as you can without hurting yourself. One big breath. And then bring the knee underneath your belly. And then bring it out towards your left side. We're going to do a version of plank. So the back foot is going to turn again towards the left side. So you can stay with both hands down, kind of an odd side plank. Or bring your left hand up. Fallen star. Both hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Just going to do that once on the opposite side. So left leg up, bend the knee, and then draw the knee up and out to the side. Now notice that your shoulders are aligned with the floor, so one is not higher or lifted higher than the other. And then bring the knee under your belly. Scoot the foot out to your right side. Back foot on the floor. Again, toes out to the right side. And maybe your right hand moves up again. Bring it back. Downward facing dog. Maybe you do one vinyasa if your arms are up for it. Moving into plank as you exhale, lower down. Inhale as you come to plank. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale, cobra or your up dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Jump or walk to the top end of the mat. Just one more small sequence. Mountain pose. And maybe you shake. Maybe you exhale. Hopefully you feel good in your body. You feel warm by now. Now lift your right leg up. Bend your knee. Your arms can be wherever it helps you find balance. Bring the leg out to the side. And then slowly, if you can hold your balance, bring it back. So you find your airplane. Let your fingers reach down on the floor and go for a forward fold and lifting up your right leg as high as possible. And then we're going to do that just 2 more times. See if you can hold your balance somewhat. Bring right leg up, bend the knee to begin with. Turn the knee out to the side. Bring the leg back, arms out for airplane. Make sure to breathe and go slow. Find airplane. And then, after kind of finding that, fingertips on the floor, and go for a forward fold, right leg high up. Whew, this creates heat. 1 more time. And remember, there's no perfect way of doing this. It's all about moving, breathing, moving your leg back, airplane. Fingers on the floor, lift up right leg, and then lower the both legs down, forward fold. You might shake out. Luckily, the other leg, the other side is up for the game now. Not as tired. Okay. Get the feet down. Rooting right leg this time down as you can. Lift your left leg up. Bring the leg out to the side. Airplane or even warrior 3, depending on how you feel today. Fingertips on the floor, open up your hip. Let go of the floor with your fingers. See if you can hold the balance. Coming into mountain, one-legged mountain. Love those odd names. Bring your leg down, back, airplane. Again, bring your hands where it makes sense. And if you're too fast, you'll just have to do 4 times and not 3. Keep moving. Doesn't have to be pretty. And when you're done with the last time through, step back, downward facing dog. You might shake your legs a little bit. And then find child's pose. And this will be where the video ends for today. So I'll suggest that you take a few breaths here. Maybe bring your attention to something positive. Think of a great experience you have had this week, just for a bit of positive thinking. So you can stay put in child's pose, or you can come into a seat for meditating, praying, whatever you like to do. But I want to finish and say from my heart to yours, thank you so much for joining. Make sure to like, subscribe on all these things, and then I'll make more of these super short videos. Thank you.